Like, dude, Giacomo is showing you the way to a career. Like, that's the thing. Separately, neither of you have a career because you don't know how to market your guitar solos. Giacomo doesn't know how to write a good guitar solo. But together, you help each other. You lift each other up. Hey, this is Cameron, and welcome to the reaction log. Whoa, 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 whoa. All right, we got a special spicy here one for you. And by the way, it's not this video in particular. There are a lot of people who have made videos about this, including mine, but mine will probably be the lowest effort. Don't worry. This is the Giacomo situation. I don't really have much stake in this. If you don't know anything about me, I'm a classical guitarist. You know, that means we play stuff like this. If you really like the sound of that, you can go ahead and steal it because all the notes I played were technically in the public domain. You can release recordings of that and make all the money you want on it. So you know, Giacomo, if you're watching, hey, store Mozart variations, huh? No, I'm just kidding. I don't know a whole lot about this situation, but I did see from this video that Danny Sapko is going to provide examples, which I think will serve this reaction video well. So thank you to him for putting all the work into making this video. I feel like the classical perspective will be interesting for this one because it kind of just sounds like playing other people's music and then just like here's me playing it, right? So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it and we'll see where we're at.
One of the most unbelievable things I've ever seen in music.
One of the most unbelievable things he's ever seen in music. Dude, you know what's unbelievable? How much music Bach wrote. Can we all just take a moment and be appreciative of that? He didn't have to do that. Or actually, I don't know. I think he might have been an indentured servant at one point in his life, so maybe he did have to do it, but it still stands. We're all thankful for that. It's unbelievable.
What started out as maybe a bit of a joke became less and less of a joke the more I looked into it. So a couple of weeks ago, I made a video that featured this fella, Giacomo, and that's when this comment popped up about him stealing music and selling it. And this investigation got so deep that I had to swap out the usual magnifying glass for something stronger.
Wow. All right, so we're in good hands with this one. This one's well researched.
I want you to decide where the point is where you start to think this is unacceptable. Because all of this is subjective, but I guarantee there will be a point where you reach that level.
Okay, well that's reasonable. You guarantee it, huh? I'll let you know. Let's jump in.
Start by saying that Giacomo is a very talented man. His playing, mixing and brightly coloured videos are a recipe for success. And in the last few years he's risen to fame, releasing signature instruments and signing up with top brands. Now, his videos are mostly pre-recorded. Personally, I have no problem with that. Sometimes I do the same, and it's because my concentration face isn't as attractive when I'm trying to nail that perfect take.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing, isn't it? And you can parallel that with classical music because it's like never recorded live, for the most part, I think. Let me move this. I keep playing with this thing. I need to get rid of that. It's always pre-recorded, except when I do it. Every like short that I have in every practice log, none of that's pre-recorded. And you can tell because there are mistakes. There are loads of them. I do use processing sometimes, but as of recently, I'm not, just because I'm lazy. I don't know.
But he also repeats a lot of the same pre-recorded audio. Bit annoying.
Is it pre-recorded? At least the mixing sounded different on each one. Let me see that. It is a pretty sick lick, though. I'm becoming Adam Neely. Oh my god, the bass, it's infecting me. Be careful with that one, guys. Don't let that seep into your classical practice. That'd be bad.
But again, not the worst crime in the world.
My audio is not pre-recorded, but man, do I play the same stuff all the time. I'm only working on like 3 pieces right now. It's brutal.
Stuff we're not totally proud of as creators. Mine's using sexy female bassists as thumbnails. But the truth is, those videos get so many more views, and I couldn't survive without them at the moment. Anyway, I started looking into these comments and emailed a few people, and the responses I got were quite shocking. It turns out, from the very start of his social media rise, Giacomo's been using other people's compositions, not properly crediting the artist, passing them off as his own, and selling tabs and isolated tracks on his website and Patreon. Here's an...
Whoa, what a bad guy. Alright, this is quite the accusation now. This is the stuff that I wanted to get into. That sounds pretty bad, I gotta admit. Alright, let's see.
Early example from Jack Gardner. I've panned these comparisons left and right so you can hear the similarities.
That is the exact same solo, isn't it? And it sounds like he's playing it too. What's weird about it, it doesn't sound like that, like at least what I heard so far. It just kind of sounds like a solo, right? It's like, I don't know. Like, I don't know, I can't solo this kind of music. I haven't played this. Woo! I don't know, it just sounds like some rhythmic, like, major 7 noodling. Why'd you have to steal that? Like, if you're capable of playing that solo and transcribing it and then making tabs to sell, like, can you not just write a solo that's just, like, based on it and just similar? Is your soloing that bad? Like, I know that I was just trying to make something up, but I'm, like, making it up on the spot. Like, imagine if I studied this music exclusively. I literally never play like that. Like, I don't know, like, just take a year and, like, learn how to solo. Like, it's not that hard. It's not even, like, changing key or anything. It's not like giant steps. You're just playing over a freaking major 7 chord. You can't write your solo?
There was initially no credit to Jack, and as you can see here, he replied to every single comment apart from the one mentioning him. Here's another one from Jack.
Yeah, dude, you just stole that? Okay. Dude, that's a tough one. You gotta... Like, can you not just do... Like, I don't know, just something else. Right? Like, it's just a little pentatonic lick. How are you able to play that, or at the very least mime along with that, and you can't just write something else out of the same scale, same rhythm, different notes? It'll literally sound just as good. It might even sound better. Like, it's not the best lick ever. Stealing this guy's lick that is just that is like the equivalent of breaking into my house and stealing a cup of sugar or something. It's like, you could have just asked. Like, it's not worth anything, but you just stole it. Like, what do you just like to steal stuff? Sugar is cheap, dude. You can buy a pound of it for like $1 at the store. It's like, it's so cheap. But no, you just had to steal it from me. That's so bizarre. That's so weird. Okay, I get stealing that one. I gotta break out the amazing slowdowner on that one. Have to know. Ooh, a bit. Is it that? I'm never gonna play that ever again. I'm not gonna learn that. That's crazy that he stole the solo, because it's like, it's just nothing special. It's just another freaking solo. Like, I bet this guy could solo like this for like an hour. You could take any hour of that and it would all just be the same. And you're telling me that you can play that? I think he's playing it, right? Because he's putting them side by side. Ooh, speed it up, guys. Going a little slow for me. Yeah, he is playing it. It sounds like he's actually playing it. That is such a bizarre solo to steal and call your own. Okay, whatever.
One from Alex Hutchins.
Okay, I get stealing this one. We're now following the blues chord progression. That's hard. I can't do that. I'm not even gonna try to play this one. Nice guitar collection, by the way. I bet they all sound exactly the same. Freaking electric guitarists, am I right? Woo, dude, you're able to keep up with that? I mean, it looked convincing. Did he play it? He at least can move his fingers fast enough to look like that he's keeping up with it. He is literally like a classical guitarist because he's playing like insane stuff and is just unable to write it on his own, I guess. And it's confirmed. Look at how he's holding his guitar. He's a classical guitarist. He should have been a classical guitarist. He would do fine. He would do just fine. Because not only is he good at stealing people's music that's kind of hard and complex, he's good at miming along with it and making a short out of it. That is the skill needed to be a classical guitarist.
Look at the poor attempt of tagging the composer, buried in the YouTube Shorts description.
We're using the term composer a little loosely here, alright? It is a solo, to be fair. And that is the thing, especially in jazz. Like, you quote people. You learn your Charlie Parker licks, and then you use them in your solo. It's certainly not a song by Alex Hutchins, because it is just a blues chord progression with his solo over it. Solo by Alex Hutchins, I would take that. I'm not like Rick Beato. I don't know what the copyright rules are and all that, but I feel like there has to be a difference between like stealing a song versus stealing a solo. It's just a large quotation, and he transcribed it, and he's selling it, and I don't know. Maybe that's not defensible. I could be sorely mistaken. Sorely hands.
He repeated this song while promoting his signature pickup with someone else's signature style.
If he can get a signature pickup playing someone else's music, can I please get a Cordoba signature guitar playing dead composer's music? Come on, guys, make it happen. Email Cordoba. Actually, maybe Yamaha would be a better option, because at least I haven't burned the Yamaha bridge yet. It could have done without those. It's a little distracting. See, what what he's doing right now, he's doing what every jazzer does, and he absorbs solos from everyone and learns them and performs them. And in that, I don't know, I think in like 10 years, Giacomo is gonna come out from this and be like an insane great player that can do like so many different styles and stuff. And the only difference between him and anyone else like Guthrie Govan or whoever learned like what is he's making money on the way, selling the solos. Oh man, this is kind of an interesting thing, man. I don't know. It's complicated. There's a lot of factors here. Obviously, like morally, what he's doing is a little questionable, but as a content creator, it's like, oh dude, that's a good idea. You're making money every which way, huh? I need to write that down, alright?
And again, bad tagging. Looking at the number of views, Giacomo could earn a comfortable living from the videos alone. But the real crime is that these were for sale as Giacomo's original transcriptions, with none of it going to the original source.
Dude, who would learn this? Who honestly would learn this? Here's a little bit of advice for you. If there's a solo that you want to learn and you have to buy a tab to play it, you ain't ready to learn that solo. I don't know, that seems pretty reasonable. You should be able to transcribe the freaking solo that you want to learn. Don't learn a tab. You think you're gonna learn a tab and actually get better at guitar? And I can already hear you guys saying like, oh, don't you use sheet music to learn? I don't need sheet music to learn. This is where you get in classical music. There is literally no recording I want to listen to learn a piece of music because they're all wrong to me. I don't care who they are. I just want the music and I want to see the phrases and I want to see the harmony and I will interpret it how I will. That's the difference right there, okay? There's no recording of any of the music that I'm working on that I look at one particular recording of and it's like, oh, that's the one that I want it to be like. No, there is no recording that I want to sound like. That's why I learned the sheet music. And sheet music's very different from tab with like the information you get from it because you do get musical information that just simply isn't there in tab. And I'm not talking about rhythm. I'm talking about how the music is actually structured and phrases. It's different. Tab is just a bunch of numbers. That's it. And yeah, rhythm is another thing that you lose in tab too sometimes, unless people write in the rhythms, which happens. Like in loot tab they do that, and also like MuseScore tab they do that too. Anywho, that's neither here or there. But yeah, it's just crazy. Like I assume that Giacomo transcribed this all on his own. He is the person who should be learning these solos that we're seeing him do, not anyone buying his tabs. I would just refrain from ever buying tabs like that. Just learn easier solos that you're actually able to transcribe. And if you don't even know where to start with that, learn the F out of your scales and just get really comfortable with what they sound like, and your arpeggios too. I'm not talking about classical arpeggios like I'm talking about like your like arpeggios in a key, and you'll hear like a lot of stuff is following that. Learn that stuff first and then transcribe your solos. Don't ever buy tabs. Don't ever do that. Okay.
And some of the videos he's copying have barely any views. This one has 769.
Dude, what a freaking predator. Oh my god. Just going for low view stuff. You're telling me that you transcribed and learned this solo and you can't just start improvising in that style and just take a day to write something? Surely that doesn't take as long as it takes to learn this solo. It's crazy that he doesn't just do that. It almost makes me think that he likes the thrill of stealing it. And again, I think it's even ambiguous what we even call stealing here. I don't know, we'll get further into that.
And the credit is buried in the hard-to-find YouTube Shorts description, which is clearly not translating to any views or revenue to the composer of the guitar line. Here's another one with 57 views, compared with Giacomo's 66,000, with hundreds of thousands more on other platforms.
What did he do to his guitar? I feel like an old man looking at this. I'm like, they have holes in their jeans. They have holes in their guitars too. Back in my day, if you had a guitar like that, they would have beaten you on the street. Oh god, I'm dying. The Lord has stricken me.
And the credit says,
I mean, he's really good. Like, he's playing these solos well. If he just did this with Coltrane solos, everybody would love him. They'd be like, wow, you transcribed Coltrane. Good job. Transcribing anybody else, they're just like, screw you.
inspired by, when the truth is it's 75% identical. And a couple of people...
Only 75% identical? Whoa, there's some gray area there. So he is kind of adding, give these solos a year in his mind, and they won't be recognizable anymore. Showing them at this stage is a little disingenuous. I don't know. I feel like he's becoming a better musician playing it, though. go, so that's good.
I contacted were not happy about it at all.
Let's see. It is gut-wrenching because I don't have a successful channel, and in some ways I feel I'm being eradicated from the scene. This is my imprint of musicianship, and to see hundreds and hundreds of comments praising someone else still makes me angry. Well, you know what? And I'm gonna get flamed for this opinion right here. Giacomo stole your solo. That's what happened, because you know what Giacomo has? He doesn't have the musical ability that you have to write a good solo, apparently. It seems that way. Even though he has the ability to play, he can't write it. But he does have really good cinematography. Like, look at the difference in this video here. Like, bright colors, brightly clothed. The original producer of this audio, you have the audio already, you have the solo. Giacomo's skills in video and stuff knew that you could put both of these things together, and now he is viral and he has a career doing this. Dude, if you want to be popular, there's no reason why you can't just steal Giacomo's style and then just get popular. Like, I guarantee you that's what would happen. Like, make them bright, make them colorful, learn how to edit a little bit. It's not even that much editing, it's just like a filter to make things like kind of pastel. Like, literally steal it verbatim. And you already have the solos. You can just solo for an hour, apparently. You have like 100 clips right there if your solos are that good. Like, dude, Giacomo is showing you the way to a career. Like, that's the thing. Separately, neither of you have a career because you don't know how to market your guitar solos. Giacomo doesn't know how to write a good guitar solo. But together, you help each other. You lift each other up. Like, look at what I'm doing here. I'm doing a freaking reaction video right now. You know how many hundreds of people I'm copying here? So many people. And it's just a path that I see to get more popular. Because before I started doing these, I was making practice logs. And people are watching them. And a lot of people who watch those are watching now. And I'm very thankful for you guys, the OG viewers. But there were only like 1,000 of you or so. And then pretty much right when I started making these reaction videos and the Jacob Collier reaction videos and stuff, I shot up like 5,000 subscribers a day. And we're on like month 4 of that right now. I'm at 20 and there's no signs of it stopping. But I am not the person who invented this path. And you, viewers back at home, you could do exactly what I do. If you have like a similar YouTube channel to me, try freaking reacting to a video every once in a while. and it's kind of a nice thing. It gets you some views. Now even my practice logs get pretty like decent views too. You both can steal from each other. It's not just Giacomo. Just because he did it first, you can steal back, and it's not even really stealing. You're just stealing the style in this case. But you can be popular too. Like, you have all the stuff. Dude, just get a freaking haircut, maybe grow out some facial hair a little bit, turn on the freaking lights in your living room, for Christ's sakes, and dude, you'll be good to go. Like, you have all the ingredients there. You're like an in-shape looking young dude. You'll be fine, dude. You'll be fine on Instagram. It's not as hard as we make it out to be. I know it's crappy what Giacomo did, because he is stealing solos verbatim. It's messed up, but I'm just saying, if the people he stole from are interested in having the glory for themselves, they're the ones who wrote the solo. Giacomo can't steal your ability to write solos. All he can do is copy you. You know what? You should just copy him. Just copy him right back and you will get more successful, I bet.
Last year he released The Way She Wants, gaining hundreds of thousands of streams and views, crediting himself as the original composer and using it at the forefront of his upcoming tour of the USA. But I found an earlier version from 2022, which says inspired by the vibes of Tiago Gomez, untagged. Well, I tracked down this Tiago Gomez, a musician on Instagram with only 11,000 followers, and you're not gonna believe this.
Wow, dude, it's just a freaking bass line. You can't just write a new bass line. I'm saying, can't you just write a new bass line? And I'm like, it's in a crappy key for guitar, E flat. Here's your bass line. I wrote this. Alright, that's enough. Shout out to Jimi Hendrix. This sort of petty theft is pretty insane, I gotta say. There's obviously a ton of gray area there, but wow, that is just, I don't know. I wouldn't do it, personally. Like, unless we're talking about a classical composer, I would then steal that verbatim. In fact, I would be punished by my teachers if I didn't steal it verbatim. I know that you guys aren't gonna agree with me, and I don't care, but I'm just saying, what we have here is we have a bunch of unpopular musicians, and I'm not saying that's like a bad thing. Most people are unpopular. On the grand scheme, I'm unpopular too, by the way. I see Giacomo as sort of a guiding figure in showing them, hey, this is literally your content, and I'm showing you how to market it and actually make money. And the money that Giacomo is pulling from, he's not getting all the money possible from that. It's a huge, huge pie of money, and he's only taking a tiny little slice. And there's tons of room for those small people to come in and also take their slice. But they're gonna have to steal Giacomo's style, though, or find an equally interesting style. Which, I mean, from what I could see there, which I already ended the screen capture, but Giacomo, he has this like very pastel, kind of like Florida kind of vibe, which is, it's a vibe. You just have to have a vibe that's not just you in a dark room. Or at least if you're gonna make it you in a dark room, make it a thing. Make it like black hair all slick that way and be like all emo and stuff. Like, do something to market some kind of aesthetic that you can attach to your playing. That's what I'm learning from this. Like, I don't know, I'm sorry, but you can't just expect for you to have a great solo and just because it is technically great that people are just gonna like it. Like, you kind of have to work to market yourself, and Giacomo did that. He did do it with stolen content, but it's a proof of concept. Look at what happens if you just have the right aesthetic. And you know what, that might be a bad take. I don't care. Sore Hands is full of bad takes. So, and I've said this before, I said this in the beef video with Nick. We live in a cruel world with no justice. You have to survive on your own wits. And it doesn't matter what you think you have, if you're not able to market it in a way that people are gonna like, people aren't gonna care about you. And Giacomo showed you how to do it. So if you care about being popular, do what he did, see where you're at in a year. You have something special. You have the ability to actually make these solos. All the solos that have been made, it's only right now. Think about 10 years from now, all the solos that you can make. And you'll see, once you're popular enough, he ain't gonna steal your solos anymore because you're too popular. If you let people take stuff from you, people will take advantage of you. They will take everything from you. And when stuff like that happens, you have to just recognize the situation and then move on. And it's like, he got me. All right. And then you learn from it. And you analyze, how did he get me? What did he do differently? Because he did do something different. So I think that this is a good learning opportunity for all of us. And by the way, again, because I already hear the comments, what if people don't want to do the whole like marketing thing? They just want to produce their music. Don't complain about your music getting stolen because you don't even care if it gets popular. So what do you care if it does from somebody else? You know, you weren't going to be making money with it anyways. So what does it matter if somebody else makes money with it? Because they simply did something that you didn't do. This might be a horrible take. Well, oh shoot, I need to end it here because I have a lesson like right now. So if you made it this far, be sure to subscribe and leave a like. Oh my god, if you want guitar lessons that I'll be 1 minute late for, send me an email. I'm fully booked right now. State your case though, and I teach classical lessons. Talk about what you want and your goals and all that. That's good. Rutin's Delight, all that stuff. Patreon. Oh man, I can't wait to read the comments on this video. I might be completely out of line, but it's fine. Is that everything? There's a Patreon if you want to look at that. I don't have any stolen tabs there. I do have some sheet music posted. It's all like public domain stuff though. Well, I'll see you in the next one.